Hey everyone, this is another episode of Open Book. I am Billy Price. I am one of the two co-founders of Billy Footwear. And if you are not familiar with Open Book, let me give you a little tidbit on what it is. Like, it's a great opportunity for us as a brand to be able to share about Billy Footwear, share our journey, where we came from, who we work with. And along those same lines with who we work with are those we collaborate with. So today we are absolutely honored. We have Maddie from Stella Charity, and she's going to tell us her story, how Stella Charity came to be, and it'll be more information on how we collaborate together. So Maddie, welcome to Open Book.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Maddie, I'm really excited about this conversation, and I think a great place to kick this off is tell me about Stella Charity. What is it?
So it all kind of started as me personally. I have spina bifida, scoliosis, hydrocephalus. Feels like an endless list some days, but when I was growing up, I felt like there was kind of a gap between having a disability and normal people, so to speak, or people without one. And I always felt like there needed to be like a community where no one feels like they're alone, and kind of so there isn't a gap anywhere. And so Stella Charity, we've created a online platform where either parents who are caring for a child with a disability can speak to us, and we can help provide information on certain conditions, or if they need support in the home, or if they're going through a difficult hospital stay, or they need help with school, and trying to find the right thing for their child, because having that decision can be very difficult. And so we've also created a chat space where an individual themselves who are going through those emotions of having a disability can communicate with people in the disabled community and share their experiences, and again try and find information so that they can see that there are other options out there, and you can try and find your own, like, if because if you want something, and then because I've learned from a young age that if you want something, then you kind of have to try and research and things. So that's why we try and help parents or people that are going through that difficult time. Then we know, we want to try and help within that process.
So how long has Stella Charity been around?
It's only actually been around, I'd say, 3 months. So it's very early days, but I feel like we've come a long way.
Well, yeah, obviously this had to have been on your heart for a long time, and you wanted to execute it. So, what did it take to get it off the ground?
So I guess as I was growing up, I was very lucky, and I was always kind of, trying to go swimming, trying to do climbing and things like that, regardless of my disability, and always had that. And I was up on a K-walker from 3 years old or something like that. And in February this year, I was in a car accident and I lost the use of my legs. So I've been through multiple hospital stays since then, and that kind of, during that time, I kind of, because I already had the label of spine bifida. People thought, well, she's got a disability label. Why are you upset that you've lost the use of your legs? But at the same time, I was up on a K-walker and things like that, and I've always needed someone to talk to be like, is there someone in the same boat as me? Or, like trying to find access to different surgeries or different hospitals or different types of like tests or things like that. I've had to do that myself and my mum the past few months. So that's kind of where it led to.
Well, so Maddie, thank you. First off, thank you so much for sharing. Secondly, thank you so much for, going through like just a momentous effort to bring this thing off the ground, and just your heart and passion to share. I mean, what you're talking about reminds me quite a bit of, like, I just have to reflect on my own rehab as well, like being in the hospital and having to face this new world that I was not mentally prepared for, nor was I like having understanding of what possibility, what potential I had in it, where my spot would be, what the future would look like, what the day would look like. And that was just myself, let alone like all the family and friends around me not really knowing how to respond. So like having a resource like what you're providing, I would imagine it's getting a tremendous amount of engagement just to be able to, or maybe not now, but at least it will in the future, because I mean, what you're offering is so vitally important.
Yeah, I hope to, because it's so important to have access to information that is out there. But, I really hope so that people know that they have option A, B, and C rather than just one option in life. Like, I want there to be different options so that, because different options match different people, if you know what I mean. So obviously someone reacts different to a different medication or surgery or test. So that's why it's so important to have a variety of different options.
Yeah. And the part that excites me too is like you talk about different options. Like, yes, we're all unique, so we all have our specific options, but together as a whole, we make up a collective community. And when the whole community is operating, the whole community is strong, there really isn't anything we can't accomplish. I think, Maddie, right now would be a great opportunity to be able to share the website on the screen. So for those that are watching, you can see it up on the screen right now, but for those that are listening, the website is Charity Stella, so CHARITYSTELLA.com. And then on social, it is at Stella Charity with an underscore at the end. So at STELLACHARITY_. Maddie, what's next? I mean, you just started this thing. I mean, people are reaching out. I would imagine you have folks that, are just reaching out, like asking the questions, like what's next, but also like just having being an ear to hear what they have to say, or just a shoulder to either cry on literally or cry on like figuratively, just to hear what they have to say. Like what's next? Like what are your goals? Like what do you want Stella Charity to become?
Well, I hope that, of course, people find us and we can help create like a community within children's lives or whoever is going through that time. And we really want to create a awareness day, so different societies can join together for a meetup, and we can all share our stories and have a day where we all just meet up. And then I feel like that would help create a less isolated environment for people so that it makes them feel like they're not alone with that process. And yeah.
Well, I will say that the power of technology to be able to connect people is truly amazing, because I'm in Seattle, you're not. We're separated by a huge body of water. You're in the UK. So, but through technology, it's like we're just in the other room from each other. So it's incredible how in a virtual space we can get connected from very, very far distances. I'm curious, am I the longest conversation? Have you reached out to anybody else or been connected with anyone in the States, or is it more like UK, Europe?
I have communicated with a few people that have been on shows and things. So, for example, I've spoken to Cody Lee, who I think you guys have worked with. His story really inspired me, because he, with his music, and it also created that sense of, yes, you have a condition, but that doesn't let it stop you from doing anything and what you enjoy. And I feel like children feel that, or whoever's going through that shouldn't let it stop you from doing what you enjoy most.
I absolutely love that you got connected with Cody Lee. I mean, he's been Cody and the Lee family. I mean, just incredible folks. So it's been an honor for us to be able to work with those guys. I mean, it's just been a lot of fun. And speaking of which, I've got Cody's shoes on my feet right now, the Codify red high top. So, Maddie, I'm curious, how did we get connected? Was it through Cody to be able to? Did you find out about the brand that way, or was it through a different channel?
So I've been following you guys for a long time, and then when I obviously started Stella, I kind of thought that with your shoes, I felt like that was a good way to create inclusivity as well, because that's what you guys are doing with your shoes. And I was really amazed with what they are, because I was still shocked when I saw them, because they just look like normal shoes, but in the same way they're accessible to everyone.
That was the goal. That was the goal we sought out for, try to blend these worlds between adaptive and non-adaptive, try to make something that can sit on the shelves of any sort of major retailer or any small retailer for that matter, and have the functionality and appeal that works for anybody, but at the same time, someone like myself with a disability, which poor hand dexterity and spinal cord injury, hard to shove your foot into a shoe, could be empowered to be able to put them on independently. So it's been a lot of fun, blending those two worlds. And I will say that one of the biggest reasons the brand's been able to get out there is through word of mouth and building relationships, which is exactly what you're doing right now. So it's amazing how a small little seed can really blossom into something really, really big.
Yeah, I think it really changes lives when even if it's something small, it can really, even if it feels like something small, it really does change people's lives. So.
Yeah. Well, Maddie, I want to be respectful of your time. Thank you so much for meeting with us today. But I want to give you the mic one more time just to share whatever. Is there anything in particular on your heart that we didn't talk about, something new, or well, the mic is yours.
So I think it's really important just to say that I hope that we can create awareness, inclusion, and just create a place where no one feels like they're on their own, or feels like they're just battling silently on their own, or because dealing with that process is hard, and through my own experiences I know that. So yeah.
Well, very well said. Again, let me throw the website up on the screen right here. So again, everyone else that's listening and watching, make sure to go to charitystella.com .com to learn all about what's happening with the charity, but also to get connected to those groups and be able to share your stories. And then in addition, on Instagram, Stella Charity _. So great ways to get connected, great ways to follow, get in tune and share and participate. Because as we talked about earlier, when we're working together as a community, we're all stronger for it. So Maddie, thank you so much again for your time today. This was amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone else out there, this was another episode of Open Book. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll have another one again real soon. So until then, take care.